Gnosticism was a diverse and influential religious movement in the early centuries of Christianity, characterized by a focus on esoteric knowledge, or gnosis, as the path to salvation. Understanding Gnostic texts, beliefs, and the reasons for their suppression by Orthodox Christians requires exploring several key aspects. Gnostic texts are a collection of writings from various groups within the broader Gnostic movement. These texts include Gospels, Apocalypses, and other religious writings, many of which were discovered in the 20th century, notably the Nag Hammadi Library in Egypt in 1945. Some of the most significant Gnostic texts include the Gospel of Thomas, a collection of 114 sayings attributed to Jesus, emphasizing direct, personal understanding of Jesus' teachings. The Gospel of Philip, a text that discusses sacramental theology, the nature of Jesus, and the relationship between Jesus and Mary Magdalene. The Gospel of Mary, a text that presents Mary Magdalene as a key disciple who received special teaching from Jesus. The Apocryphon of John, a detailed account of Gnostic cosmology, including the creation of the world and the role of various divine beings. The Gospel of Judas. As previously mentioned, it portrays Judas Iscariot in a positive light as the one who understood Jesus' true mission. Gnostic beliefs were varied and complex, but several core themes are common across different Gnostic sects. Dualism. Gnosticism often posits a dualistic view of reality, distinguishing between the spiritual and material worlds. The material world is typically seen as flawed or evil, created by a lower deity, the demiurge, while the spiritual realm is associated with a higher, true God. The demiurge, the creator god of the material world, often identified with the God of the Old Testament, is seen as an ignorant or malevolent being who traps human souls in physical bodies. Gnosis. Salvation is achieved through gnosis, a special esoteric knowledge that reveals the divine spark within humans and the true nature of the cosmos. This knowledge is often imparted by a divine messenger, such as Jesus. Divine spark. Gnostics believe that within each person resides a divine spark or fragment of the true God, which needs to be awakened and liberated from the material world. Rejection of orthodoxy. Gnostic texts frequently criticize Orthodox Christian beliefs and practices, arguing that the Orthodox interpretation of Jesus' teachings is superficial and misguided. The suppression of Gnosticism by Orthodox Christians was motivated by several factors. Theological conflicts. Gnostic beliefs directly contradicted Orthodox Christian teachings. The idea that the material world is evil and created by a lesser God was seen as heretical, as it opposed the Orthodox view of a good and omnipotent creator God. Authority and unity. The early Christian church sought to establish a unified set of beliefs and practices to maintain doctrinal coherence and authority. Gnostic texts and teachings threatened this unity by offering alternative interpretations of Christianity. Institutional power. As the early church began to formalize its structure and gain political power, it sought to eliminate rival groups and consolidate its authority. Gnostic sects, with their diverse and often decentralized nature, were seen as a threat to this goal.